While continuing for my wishful thinking for a snow day, I realized that there are many safety concerns and decision making when going into a snow day. I've decided to sit down with Alden Central School District Superintendent, Mr. Adam Stoltman. He gave us a few words on what a snow day really is and what really goes on in the decision-making process. Here's what he had to say.
There really is no art to calling a snow day. There aren't any specific regulations that we go to a book and follow or go to a computer and plug in data and it informs us as whether or not we should be calling an emergency closing day. It really is dependent on the weather, and as you know, living in Western New York, that weather could change within 10 minutes.
It's not just him that decides these things. Mr. Stoltman just doesn't roll out of bed and thinks, wow, today would be a great day for a snow day. He really takes his time and plans what is best for his students, teachers, faculty, and more.
We communicate with one another. When I say we, I'm talking the superintendents across Western New York usually can communicate with one another via phone, text message, just to see what's happening in each of their local districts. The other people that really are key figures that I rely on prior to making a decision is our local highway superintendent, our local village officials, our school bus transportation supervisor, Mrs. Hoffman, along with our buildings and grounds folks. So when making a decision very early in the morning and speaking with our buildings and grounds folks, our highway superintendent, village and transportation department, I ask them, what do the road conditions look like?
You can see there are many layers to deciding a snow day. And oftentimes, some snow days aren't even planned. 2-hour delays can be turned into snow days, and it's happened in the past.
One time last year, we had a regular day of school, and I was driving in and came across an incredible band of snow that was just sitting over Alden. At that time, the decision was made to go to a 2-hour delay. As inconvenient as it was for our families, we did a 2-hour delay for our elementary kids only. Unfortunately, the snow didn't move out of Alden until about 11 o'clock that day, and we had to turn that 2-hour delay into an actual closing day for our elementary students.
If we do have a snow day and school isn't canceled the night before, how are we going to find out we have a snow day? Mr. Stoltman said that there are many different platforms he uses to make sure that every student and staff knows that we have a snow day. Mr. Stoltman described that he uses Twitter, Blackboard Connect to send out voicemails, text messages, and emails, and he also calls in to the local news to make sure that everyone knows it's a snow day.
So our calendar, there are no set snow days built in. We try to schedule 188 or 189 days. Usually of those days, 185 of them or 186, depending on the year and the calendar, are student attendance days. Where we need to really get concerned is from a state ed funding standpoint. The law requires school districts to be in session no less than 180 days. So in the event that we have an emergency closure day and it's in relationship to very cold weather or snow, I would ask some of our older students to get out and check on their elderly neighbors, making sure that they're okay, perhaps pick up a shovel, clear their walkway for them, some sort of random act of kindness. Use the day wisely.
Mr. Stoltman is right. I hope you see the snow day as an opportunity to do some random acts of kindness. After all, that's what Alden's all about. I hope this helps you understand a little more about snow days and how it goes into planning. So next time we have a snow day, instead of being so joyous and grateful we have a day off, try to think of the person who actually planned and thought about your safety. Thank you, Mr. Stoltman, and everyone else involved in planning snow days. I'm Zoe Williams, reporting for WAXX News.